Before we start off, both of us thought we'd say a little bit about ourselves so you get a bit of a background of who we are. So I live in High Wycombe and I work as a GP. That's my profession. And about my journey exploring mindfulness, it started around 5 years ago, I would say, after the passing of my father. It kind of brought to the surface a lot of turbulent emotions and feelings, and I then went down this path of exploring what mindfulness is all about. I count myself very fortunate in that I encountered the mindfulness school, what we call the Satipasala, about a year ago. And in fact, Satipasala is the brainchild of Venerable Dhammajiva, who is the abbot of the Mithirigala Monastery in Sri Lanka, in UK, and we've been operational for about a year. The whole aim of so Satipasala actually brings mindfulness to children of any kind of religious, racial, cultural background, because mindfulness is really a practice for all human beings. And as a GP, in my day-to-day work, I encounter a lot of patients with mental health problems, anxiety, depression, post-traumatic stress disorder, and so on. And in that kind of setting, we use therapies really as a cure to cure the problem. In an ideal setting, I think we should be using mindfulness to actually prevent mental health issues from coming about. So in fact, this program, this is one of the main points with Satipasala. They want it to work as a preventative measure, giving emotional resilience to children and future generations, emotional intelligence, and actually enhance their day-to-day relationships. Of course, it has a spillover effect when it comes to their performance at school, whether it be academics or extracurricular, they do benefit through mindfulness. So, today's session, we hope, will be interactive, and I hope you will all share your experiences with us, especially during the discussion sessions. So we're very much looking forward to it. I'm now going on to pass the mic over to Lushani so she can say a few words about herself.
Thank you, Anu. Hello all. So I'm Lushani. I've been doing mindfulness as a practice for the last 13 years. And I should probably tell you a little bit about myself. So I'm a managing director of a consulting firm called Luminai Consulting. I'm also being just appointed as a non-exec director of a PLC called Judges Scientific PLC. And so I started mindfulness, as I said, 13 years ago. Essentially, I work in mergers and acquisitions, so it's a very stressful environment. It's a highly male-dominated environment as well. And part of the reason why I got into mindfulness is mainly to deal with a stressful job. However, I must say, since we do as women, we do juggle a lot of balls. I'm also a mother, a wife, a daughter, a friend, and by doing mindfulness, I feel I have really become a better person, a better mother, a better wife, a better colleague, a better leader, a better friend, and overall a better person. So that's my take on mindfulness. Anu, over to you.
Thank you. Lovely. All right, so I think we're ready to move on. I've got a bit of a PowerPoint presentation I'm going to share with you all. From time to time, of course, we will pause and have a little chat. And let's get this started. Hopefully everyone can see what I'm about to share now. Thumbs up if you can see the screen. Can everyone see yeah? Cool. Bear with me. I'm just going to start the slideshow. Fine. So this is what our agenda is going to look like today. We've already been through the initial introductions. Next, we'll spend some time about exploring what mindfulness is all about. And then Lushani will do a nice calming body scan for us, followed by a mindfulness activity. So we're going to try and make a book tower mindfully. I do hope you've got the bits and bobs for that. We asked you to have an A4 paper and a rubber band and a few books ready for that. So that's for the book tower. And our final mindful activity for the session would be a loving kindness meditation, followed by a discussion. So looking forward to all that. Right, so what is mindfulness? I am going to share with you what I think is a really nice analogy of how our mind works, and that one is the mind jar. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen and focus on the mind jars I have in front of me. Right. Can everyone see these two jars over here? Yes? Cool. So, I promise you this is not a trick question. Can someone tell me what is it that you can see in the jars? Anyone? Just basically, what do you see? Is it in terms of the content? So, in fact, the mind jar represents how the thoughts and feelings in our minds work. The actual glitter represents our thoughts and feelings, and this is a representation of how our minds work when it is still. So there is the thoughts and feelings that are nice and settled at the bottom, and there's you can see right through. There's clarity, yeah. Whereas it's quite the opposite in the turbulent jar. Because of the turbulent feelings and thoughts, there's the clarity of the mind is not there anymore. But now you can see, as it's still again, slowly, the glitter is starting to settle at the bottom. So eventually, hopefully, with the stilling of the mind, clarity will be achieved. So we all know that thoughts go in and out of our minds. We constantly travel to the future, to the past, and in fact, this represents what we call the monkey mind, jumping from one thing to another. In such a situation, it's difficult to actually see things clearly. And when you still the mind, it brings clarity. So you actually see things as they are, as they arise, and as they pass away. So yes, that's a little bit about mindfulness and what stilling of the mind does. I'm now going to share our screen again, and this time move on to a little video, hopefully which will give you a little bit more of an explanation on mindfulness. Can everyone see this screen? Yeah, brilliant. Hopefully when I start playing it, you should be able to hear it too.
Humans are natural time travelers. It's true. Now, I'm not talking about the type of time traveling which Neutrino can do. I'm talking about mental time traveling. Check it out.
Okay, Dante, now this is what I want you to do. I want you to get all the files. Sabrina, there is nothing to argue about. 9 p.m. is your curfew and that's it.
Dad, I'm not a little kid. Nellie gets to stay out till 10. You and Mom just don't get it.
Okay, so what do you think, Dante? What? Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Moon. I missed that. Gosh darn Durango, pay attention. Terrible.
Dante, you'll never believe what happened to me today.
Terrible, terrible, terrible. You know what, Durango? We don't really need you anymore since you're so terrible.
Dante, isn't that great? Dante, did you hear me?
See what I mean? It's possible to leap unconsciously into a future which has yet to happen, or slip quickly into the past. The problem is, your time in these realms is often spent ruminating about stressful events. What's more is, you miss out on precious time to grab opportunities, to engage fully in life, and to just be. You miss out, my friends, on the present. So what can you do to savor the here and now? Let's look at an ancient Buddhist practice known as mindfulness. Mindfulness is linked to many benefits.
Hello? Oh, your trainer sent me here today. I've been kind of stressed out. She said you might be able to help.
Oh, hey Dante, perfect timing. I've been talking about mindfulness.
Oh, well, I don't think I can make my mind blank. No, I'm not like a yoga person. That stuff doesn't work for me.
No problem then, because the goal of mindfulness is certainly not to create a blank slate.
Well, what's it about then?
Have a seat, I'll show you. Now, first things first, relax and close your eyes. Trust me. Now, bring your attention to your breath. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. I want you to engage your senses fully. Notice each sight, touch, and sound within your mind's eye. Your thoughts may wander.
Oh, shucks, I can't do this.
No, you're doing great, Dante. This time, instead of reacting to your thoughts, I want you to pretend you are just an observer watching your thoughts float by without reaction or judgment.
An observer? Okay, I'll try it.
Mindfulness disentangles you from reacting to particular emotions and thoughts as you become a non-judgmental observer of yourself. Mindfulness can be practiced in many different ways. There are meditations, physical practices. You can even practice mindful eating. The important thing to remember is each path is an invitation to wake up, experience the fullness of your life, and to transform not your problems, but your relationship with your problems.
Wow, I was able to think about all my problems without losing it. That was, well, different and good. Thank you.
Anytime, my friend, anytime.
So that was our little clip. Does anyone have any comments or any observations or anything about the video that particularly struck them? I mean, I can obviously share what in that video stood out for me. I think it was the analogy of the time traveling. I can really relate to. So constantly flitting between the past and the future. And also what's interesting, what I found was the statement that you observe your thoughts and feelings without judgment and also without reaction. Very strong point there. Lushani, was there anything you wanted to say or add?
Yes, no, absolutely. I think Piyumi said something that sort of resonated well with me 13 years ago as well when I started mindfulness. And as I said before, it's a really powerful tool to really help you to get through every moment of your life. And just knowing that and seeing the fruit and what's really good with it is like it's not something sort of you can see it as it happens and then you suddenly it's kind of a switch and a complete change in the way you look at things and you see for it yourself, which is which really confirms what you're doing is helping you. So it's not someone else saying it. So even after today, it's not just us saying it. We're only giving you the tools and the introduction to it. But once you actually start to practice it, you will feel the benefit yourself. So it's more of a conviction then. It becomes it's like having the morning cup of coffee, really. And when you don't do it, you miss it.
Brilliant. Thank you. Thank you very much for those shares. So let's move on to the PowerPoint presentation. We've got a few more slides to get through. Right. So, yes. Benefits of mindfulness. I think we already touched upon this in the introduction. But it obviously helps with the reduction of stress and anxiety. As again, Shani pointed out during her career, yes, it played a very important part in bringing some peace to her life through stress at work and so on. Of course, developing concentration, focus, reduction of anger, and in fact health benefits from as a GP. I mean, it's a known fact that type A personalities, so those who are very driven, goal-oriented, and very hardworking, and they unfortunately they're more at risk of things like heart disease, which is a known fact. So so being mindful and calming yourself down, reducing the anxiety and stress does have health benefits, bringing in inner peace and stilling the mind. So yes, just a few of the many benefits there. Right, so how do we practice mindfulness? Today we will be trying two of these listed here. So the body scan, which will help develop mindfulness and to help de-stress. Also, we'll be doing the loving kindness, which helps reduce anger. Other activities you can do are mindful breathing, which helps develop concentration. My personal favorite is actually walking meditation. It helps calm and reduce anxiety. And a popular meditation we find during our sessions with the kids is the eating meditation. So Lushani can vouch for that because she hosts that. And yes, it's very interesting what comes out of these sessions and the things they say and observe about what they've just eaten mindfully. So it helps develop attention awareness. And so few things there that you could perhaps incorporate it into your day-to-day life. Now, we go on to a few practical points. When you're doing your mindful session, most people do it actually sitting down, and a mat or a cushion can help. As you can see here, there's different positions.
You can hear me well and see me if you need to, but I think for the purpose of this mindfulness practice, it's best if you actually close your eyes. So we are closing one of our senses, and so that way you can get the best and the maximum benefit out of it. Like Anu said, posture doesn't really, you can do whatever you like. I'm going to keep sitting at my, on my chair. So you can either sit on the chair, sit on a bed, sit on the floor, whatever you like. I think Anu explained it really well. If you also like to, you can stay completely flat on the floor. Wouldn't suggest it because it's the if you've just had like a full meal and it's what you call the lunchtime, post-lunch hour, so you might fall asleep. And this is actually an invitation to fall awake rather than an invitation to fall asleep. So I will start with that. So best if you close your eyes so you can sort of get the best maximum sort of, follow the instructions. I will give you instructions right throughout the mindfulness practice. So let us start. Okay. So let's start with bringing our awareness to the room that we are in. Just becoming aware of what's present here and now. You might be hearing noises in the background, any sounds. Don't let that disturb you. As you heard before, just observe them, listen, becoming aware of what's happening right here, right now. Don't react to it, just observe. Now slowly bring your awareness to yourself, becoming aware of how you're sitting. If you're sitting on a chair, making sure you're sitting upright with your feet firmly on the floor or wherever they are. Just becoming aware of your posture. Now bring that awareness to yourself. How do I feel? Do I feel happy? Do I feel sad? Do I feel neither happy nor sad? Now with that thought, let's start the body scan as you bring your attention to your feet, becoming aware of your toes, breathing in, breathing out. As you breathe out, relax your toes completely. Let go of any tension that is present. Say to yourself, this is me time. This is my time to give myself some inner peace. Let me kind to myself. Relax your toes completely. Now bring your attention to your soles and to your feet as a whole, both your feet. If there's any pain, don't try to fight it. Just observe, breathe in, breathe out, and as you breathe out, let go of all that tension and completely relax your feet. Breathing into your feet and letting go as you breathe out. Now bring your attention to your ankles and to your calves. Again, noticing if there's any tightness, any tension, any pain. Don't try to change it. Don't try to fight it. If there is pain, accept it. It is okay. It is a part of my body. I am being kind to myself. Breathe in, into your calves and your ankles, and as you breathe out, generate that loving kindness, becoming aware of those parts of your body, the ankles and the calves. Breathe in and breathe out. Now bring your attention further up to your knees and to your thighs. Again, becoming aware of any tightness, any pain or tension that's present. Don't try to fight it. Accept it. Breathe in, breathe out. And as you breathe out, let go of all that tension that is present. Breathing in, breathing out. Now bring your attention to your tummy area. Again, breathe in and breathe out. Notice how the tummy expands as you breathe in and how it goes down as you breathe out. Just being aware of your body. Same way, now bring your attention to your back, to your shoulder blades. Notice if there's any tightness, any pain, any tension. Relax your back. If it's tight, breathe in and breathe out. And as you breathe out, completely relax your back. Let go of any tension that is present. Excellent. Now becoming again aware of your hands and your fingers, your arms and your shoulders. Noticing again if there's any tightness or any pain. Accepting that pain that is present. Don't try to fight it. Be kind to yourself. Breathe in and breathe out. And as you breathe out, let go of all that tension that is present in your shoulders and your hands. Completely feeling relaxed and calm and at peace with yourself. Excellent. Now let's bring your attention to your neck area and to the back of your head. Again, breathing in and breathing out. As you breathe out, let go of all the tension that's present, completely calming, relaxing each part of your head and neck. Breathe in and breathe out and let go. Now bring your attention to your face, to your forehead, eyes, nose, cheeks, mouth, face, the entire face. Now breathe in and breathe out. As you breathe out, completely relax those facial muscles. If there's any pain as you breathe out, let go of all that tension, completely relaxing each part, each muscle in your face. Now let's bring your attention to the tip of your nose, where you feel your breath most vividly. Find that place. It might be at the tip of your nose, or for some of you it could be in your tummy area, where you can see the breath most vividly or feel it most vividly. Let's do some breathing meditation for about a minute. Just watch as you breathe in and breathe out. We are just going to watch the breath. If it's at the tip of your nose, just watch the breath as it goes in and it goes out. Let's continue to watch our breath for a minute. If you get any thoughts, again, don't fight with it. Just notice your thoughts and slowly bring your attention, if you can, back to the breath. If it helps, you can count your breaths. 1 in, 1 out. 2 in, 2 out. 3 in, 3 out. 4 in, 4 out. 5 in, 5 out. That's excellent. Now just watch as you breathe in and out, bringing your attention back again to the entire body. As you breathe in and out, completely relax each part of your body completely. Let go of all that tension that's present. Being kind to yourself, using this time as my time to be kind to my body, to be kind to my mind. Breathing in and breathing out. Now notice how you feel again. Do I feel happy? Do I feel agitated and sad? Do I feel calm? Just watching those feelings within you, and then slowly bring back your awareness back again to your posture. I am sitting here, and then now bringing that awareness to the room, to my friends who are joining me on Zoom, and to the entire world as we come out. When you're ready, you may slowly open your eyes. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that. I'll spend about 2-3 minutes just open it up for questions or ask you how you feel now, if you compare yourself to before and now.
Really very peaceful and calm. Would really like to do it again. Thank you.
And it's something that you can do, Nalika. It's something you can do like when you wake up in the morning, or even before you go to bed at night.
Yes,
it really
definitely
helps you to sort of calm down and sort of take all the pressures away from your long day.
But what I found helpful is, when you guide through it, it's much more easier for me to stay focused. I try to do it on my own, and it really makes my thoughts, I keep going back and forth, like, the time traveling thing. But when someone's guiding through, it helps a lot, I think.
There's quite a lot of guided meditations, body scans on internet. They're all free. I can send you some links. There's one particular called Body Scan by John Kabat-Zinn, which is a really nice guided meditation. So I can follow up with Anu. I'll send her some links and share it with the group.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Anyone else? Pumi?
Sorry, Pinsara, go ahead.
Okay, Pinsara.
Yeah, so thank you once again. It's really interesting. Watching the video you shared, Anupama, earlier on, the time travel, my mind wandered already when I was watching that, so it proved the point. But now, going through the meditation part of it, yes, it's difficult to focus initially towards yourself, but you need to acknowledge what goes around you first, and then start slowly focusing about yourself. So it was really useful. Almost fell asleep, I'm not going to lie, but it's soothing. It's really nice. I think Sumana Thero, Bhante Sumana, I think you probably all heard about him. He does this quite a lot on his mornings and evenings as well. So wonderful, thank you.
Pleasure. And Pinsara, it's really important that what you said about you noticed your mind running, and that's a massive step, because if you think about it, most people spend the whole of their life without actually knowing that their mind runs either to the past or the future. So what you've just said and what you've just noticed, that your mind does run, is as a massive step. So that means you've taken that first step in mindfulness and you've almost cracked it, because that's exactly what we have to do to know that our mind's running, because it's only when you know something that you can change it. Anu, if it's okay, I've got a quick little story I wanted to share, which I just thought of, and this is quite powerful. So there was a man walking down the road, and there was this big pothole. So the first day he fell straight into it because he didn't know there was a hole in the road. Now the second day he actually knew that there is this big pothole that's open, and he tried to avoid it, but unfortunately he fell into it again. Now the third day he made a full determination that he's going to somehow avoid that pothole. So he went when he came close to it, he saw it and he avoided it, and so that sort of made him not fall back into it. So he completely avoided it. Now on the fourth day, he knew that there is a pothole, so he found another road. So that is exactly what we are trying to do with training our mind. So we have to first notice that there is that hole. We have to, that our thoughts are running to the future, to the back, to the past. And once we know that that's happening, then that's when we can start avoiding. And you will still notice it keeps happening until one day you are in control. You can actually avoid it. And once you learn how to avoid it, train our mind and control your own mind, that's when you start to do things completely differently. And that's that fourth day when you take a different road. So well done, Pinsara.
Yeah, that's a lovely story.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Piyumi, did you have something quick to say?
I think just first of all, I think I'm just going to declare, because obviously we're here together. When I'm like spending time going inward, I cry. I'm not like in any kind of emotional distress right now. It's just a physiological reaction that I have in general when I spend time looking inward. So just a declaration so nobody gets uncomfortable.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So you must be like, maybe you're getting
I cry
really
a lot.
happy.
Yeah, and the other thing to just say is the first time I've done, we've all probably at different points in different fora done guided meditations before, but it's the first time I've done it in my home, like
Yeah.
in my bedroom. So I think I found that a really amazing experience, because most of the time you have these presumptions that you have to be like, you have to take yourself out.
Yeah.
And I also like pincer, and I didn't expect otherwise. I did definitely wander into moments of falling as like just catching myself. I think I knew it would happen, and I'm okay with that. But it also helped me to think that I could actually, because I have a problem sometimes with actually falling asleep.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe just trying to do one of these, a body scan, before I go to sleep might actually help.
Absolutely. It'll definitely help you. So, I mean, this is this is what you call the graveyard slot, isn't it? So it's one of those slots where, and sometimes it's interesting. So I've heard a lot of renowned monks, Bhantes, sort of say some people come to meditation retreats and they sleep the whole day, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. And then they encourage it because that's what your body wants to do. And so it's better to allow your body to do that. So there's nothing wrong with sleeping or falling asleep. Obviously, try to do it at mornings, if you want to start it as a practice so that you're fresh, your mind's fresh, and you will be able to practice it much better. That's when I do it every morning. And also start with doing like first day with 10 minutes and then up it to 15 minutes and etc. And continue to increase up to you get to like an hour. Something about crying very quickly is it's interesting that you said that. I've been on a few retreats, and one or two times when I actually came out and opened my eyes, I had lots of tears on my face, and I've heard a lot of people say that. So there's absolutely nothing wrong about it. It might be definitely something good, because those retreats were amazing for me.
Yes. Right. So we're going to do a little mindful game. Yeah. Just a few reminders. I'm going to remind you of our motto, SMS. So try and engage in this silently, mindfully, and slowly. And just a reminder about what we will need: a piece of paper and a rubber band. And I've got a few books here. So what I'll do is I will talk you through it step by step. By all means, there's no rush. Take your time. If you feel the book tower is actually not working or toppling, just try different ways. And most importantly, I would like you to observe your thoughts and your feelings as you're building this tower. Okay, so let's go. Just going to turn my screen. Right, so if you've got your bits of paper, first thing to do is to roll it up into a cylinder. Yeah, you can do it any way you want, lengthways, widthways. I've decided to go along the length. So there we go. So just simple little maneuver, rolling it into a cylinder. Now next step, got my rubber band. Okay, just going to secure the cylinder with the rubber band like that. You can do this as we go, as I speak, or you're welcome to just observe the steps now and then do it in your own time. I will give you plenty of time, right? So next thing is, I'm actually going to balance it on the table like that. Okay, and this is the trickiest part for me is to start building the book tower. Oops, it's wobbly. There we go. Right, and you just keep piling them on one by one, slowly, mindfully, and silently. Right, so I'm going to start the timer. Give us all 5 minutes to dabble with this. Yeah, and remember to observe the thoughts and feelings that go through your head as you build your book tower. Okay, everyone, enjoy. Right, 3 minutes up. So we have another couple of minutes to play around with this. As you may or may not have seen, my tower's toppled already, so I've had to start again. I'm very impressed by the silence. Yes, we have less than 1 minute to go, about 40 seconds. Oops. Yes, 14 seconds. Yeah, well done, everyone. We are almost there. Right, 5 minutes up. Right, so that's my little tower which I've managed to build after a failed attempt. Right, well done everyone for trying this one out. I can see a few book towers. Let me see, Pinsara and Nali. Yes, well done, Nalika. Yeah, so I can see a few book towers in there. Right, so now is a little bit of a discussion time. I just wanted to know how many of us actually managed to build a tower without it falling? Anyone? Any hands up? Anyone who got through it without? Okay, right. So looks like all of us actually had a toppled tower. That's fine. Now, any thoughts? What kind of thoughts and feelings went through your mind when you were building the book tower? Would anyone like to talk about it? Yes, Nalika?
First time, I did manage to put quite a few books, and then I was feeling a bit anxious to put another one on top of it, thinking it will topple over. So the fear of what I built breaking down, I didn't want to put anything more, take the initiative to break it, because I've made my efforts into building it.
Yeah.
So then I realized I'm just scared to do it, and then I put another one and it toppled. And then I built it again. So
Yeah. So when it toppled, you just kept going.
it's just the fear. Even the smallest tower,
Sure.
you don't want things to break. I suppose what you build.
Yes. Yeah, that's a very good point. Actually, I mean, unsurprisingly, all our towers toppled, isn't it? At some point, the more you put on it, at some point it will topple over. So it's interesting to see the kind of the fear in your case. That's what did anyone feel frustrated or angry by any chance that, oh, I can't believe this, I'm going to have to start all over again? Yeah, so that's another thing. It's not like we've explained uh, through the other exercises as well. It's not just about being aware of the positive emotions and thoughts, or it's also very much being identifying things like anger, frustration, and the fact that it's there and to observe it non-judgmentally. Yeah, it's one big step actually in mindfulness, and in fact, this will take us nice.
In a sense, any frustrations, etc. And in day-to-day life, I think it's very common that we come across different people. We go through the day. It's very easy to feel irritated or angry. So this loving kindness meditation, long time ago actually, when I used to take the train to the city, I used to do this every day in the train. And it's amazing how it helped me to feel quite loving and kind towards everybody around me, sort of having loud conversations or pushing people in the tube, etc. So I always say this, it really helps to sort of improve and generate loving kindness to everyone. And I still find myself doing this every morning And especially sort of in the work environment and dealing with children, etc. It's really a really nice mindfulness practice just to increase kindness to others. And it's amazing once you start increasing that kindness, how it all comes back to you twofold. So let's do a bit of the practice. I'll just take you again through a guided meditation. So again, if you'd like to, sit comfortably, there's no specific position, but if you can keep your back straight and sort of head straight, and it's best if you close your eyes as well, so you can really hear and feel what I'm saying. Okay, so let's start. Excellent. So let's first start, as we did before, just being aware of our environment, our surroundings, becoming aware of any noise in the background. You might be hearing my voice as well. Just becoming aware of what's here right now, not judging, not reacting, just letting it be. Especially if you hear noises, don't try to get angry or irritated by it. Accept it, give it that kindness, and say it's okay. I can still do what I'm doing with whatever that's going on around me. And slowly bringing that attention to ourselves, sitting here with our good friends, taking this time to do something for myself. With that thought in mind, let's give loving kindness first to oneself. We often forget to be kind to ourselves. We take ourselves for granted. So let's start by thanking ourselves for being us, for doing all these wonderful things that we do. And even if we do mistakes, forgive ourselves. It's okay, we don't need to be perfect. We don't need to be perfect. We are really good the way we are, but we are constantly trying to be a better self. Be thankful for being us. So let's give loving kindness, really feeling that kindness and projecting it inside, so focusing on the heart area and generating this love to ourselves and wishing ourselves, may I be well, may I be happy, may I be free of suffering, may I be free of anger, may I be free of anxiety, may I be at peace. Now let's give the same loving kindness to all the people who are joining us over Zoom, all our friends. May all our friends who are with me right now, may they be well, may they be happy, may they be free of suffering, may they be free of fear, may they be free of anger, may they be free of anxiety, may they all be at peace. Now let's take that loving kindness It's as if it's all in our heart area and as if we are projecting a light from ourselves. Project that loving kindness to all the people in your house. May all the people in my house be well. May they be happy. May they be free of suffering. May they be free of fear. May they be free of anger. May they be free of anxiety. May they all be at peace. Now let's project that loving kindness into our entire neighborhood, to all the people in your neighborhood, in your town, in your city. May all of them be well. Feel that loving kindness leave you and touch all those people's hearts and minds, as if you're generating a light from yourself so they can feel it. May they all be free of fear. May they all be happy. May they all be free of anger. May they all be free of suffering. May they all be free of anxiety. May they all be at peace. Now let's project this loving kindness from us to the entire country, to all the people in the United Kingdom. May all the people in the UK be well. May all these people be happy. May all these people be free of suffering. May they all be free of anger. May they be free of fear. May they be free of anxiety. May they all be at peace. Now I would like you to project this loving kindness like a light leaving your body and touching all the people in the entire world, all beings, seen, unseen, near and far, all beings in this world. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be free of suffering. May all beings be free of anger. May all beings be free of fear. May all beings be free of anxiety. May all beings be at peace. May all beings be at peace. May all beings be at peace. Now slowly bring back the attention to yourself. Feel the happiness. Enjoy this moment that you have taken to be kind to yourself and project loving kindness to the entire world. With that, when you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes.